Hey guys, Graz here from Life Pro Gaming with another video explaining my thoughts, so my personal opinions on why I would never buy a digital only console. So obviously these are my opinions and I'll explain a little bit later as well the advantages. Obviously there are advantages to owning a digital only console, but I want to explain to you guys why I feel that buying a disc version long term is better. So the first point, and which is obviously the most obvious point, is that with a disc version, when you actually buy the disc, when you actually buy the disc of a game, you own it. You own the rights. You own the game, everything. You can do whatever you want with it. So if you decide to sell it later, you can. You own it. So a digital game, do you really own it when you think about it? You can't resell it, right? So if you buy a digital game and you have it on your console and you want to sell it, you can't. You can't sell it to somebody else. Now, what happens as well if, I don't know, let's say that game doesn't exist anymore? Do you lose it? So there's all these things to think about that really, when you think to the deep part of it, do you actually own the game? So on this side, like I said, you do. There is value here. This is tangible, right? These things are tangible. You can do whatever you want with them. You can keep them forever if you want, or you can sell them on secondhand market. So that's something to consider. Now, also, when you really think about it, these games I find tend to go on sale quicker. So when a game comes out, let's say The Last of Us Part 2, it comes out, there are a lot of people who buy the disc version. They'll play the crap out of it, finish it, and within a week or 2 weeks, you can find it secondhand being posted online for sale. And you can buy it at a cheaper price. I mean, the game is going to be in perfect condition. The outside, the decals are going to be in perfect condition. So you're able to actually find it at a discounted price. And the longer you wait, the cheaper disc games are going to become. I bought tons of games on PlayStation just because I was backlogged. I bought tons of games on the PlayStation 4, the end of the era, at like $10 Canadian. That's nothing. That's like $5 American. It's really, really cheap. And I'm talking about like games like Shadow of the Colossus, Until Dawn. I paid that one $10. Brand new, sealed, factory sealed. I got Uncharted 4 for $10. I got Horizon Zero Dawn for $10. Ratchet and Clank. I mean, these are all PlayStation classics. Obviously, if you're going to play them game one, you're going to be paying the full price, but it doesn't matter. You own the disc. So if you're backlogged, I mean, you could buy a game, play it, and there's obviously going to be other games that come out. As time progresses, all those disc games are going to sell for super cheap. So you can pick them up at crazy prices. Now, don't get me wrong, there are advantages to having digital only consoles. And obviously, the first one is accessibility, ease of use, right? You don't have to actually go and get your, stand up, put a disc inside, and, the console starts to play. It's just super accessible. All your game libraries are sitting on your digital console, and you can open and close any of them at any time, right? So that's a super, super nice feature about obviously a digital console. And the other thing as well is, like, I have to admit, yes, do I buy digital games? I do. Do I buy many? No. When do I buy them? When the digital version either has more added value in terms of, like, let's say more downloadable content, and it's cheaper than the disc version. If I find a disc version out there at a lower cost than the digital version, you better believe it that I am buying the disc version. Again, you own the game. You can take it and do whatever you want. There is value in here. Your digital games, you cannot resell them. So consider that, guys, when you're jumping into the next console generation versus buying a PlayStation 5 disc version or a digital version. If you're buying the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S, digital version. From my end, it's a no-brainer. I'm a firm believer in the disc versions. I got both Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 for those reasons. In a later video, I'm going to do a comparison of the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. And again, my opinions on that. So like, subscribe, guys. I hope this video helped, and looking forward to the next one. Have yourself a great night, and peace.